Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Rush Racing Division 1, round number 9 at the lovely Interlagos circuit at Brazil. Yes, we are back. We're back with some fantastic racing, with a bit of a mixed grid, which is very interesting to see. Some new drivers and some returnees and some even newer drivers to the league as well, which is always good to see. But no, welcome to Rush Racing Division 1. I'm your host and commentator, SJ, and I'm joined by a commentator that has done commentating before, but has now decided to jump into the Kick Sauber and have a bit of a race. It's Rift. Good evening.
Good evening, SJ. Thanks for having me. Keen to see what should be a cracking race. Brazil always gives us some really entertaining drives, and obviously Div 1, we got the fastest and the best of the best going out tonight, so I'm really keen to see the battles and see the pace out there.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very good. Going to be very exciting, and I've got a few things to just go through because we do have an interview with Team of the Week, which we will bring it to. But first of all, I'm going to take you to the race winners. So we'll come up now on your screen from Zandvoort. We obviously had the sprint weekend, and then we had the feature. So here you go. Here is the first one. Here is the sprint winners. Cambell Adams taking out the sprint in the VCAB. Watanabe in the Aston. Connor OCE in the Mercedes for Division 3. Falcon for Williams in Division 4. Tatora in the other Aston in Division 5. And Jackal taking out McLaren in Division 6. Then we're going to head over to the feature. And this is where it all is. This is where it all matters. All points. Cambell Adams taking out the win in the VCAB and Div 1. Inc. for Div 2. And Haas Sebi for the Visa cash out in Division 3. F7 for McLaren in Division 4. Donut Gorilla in Alpine for Division 5. And Hunter in the Mercedes for Division 6. And then we go over to Team of the Week, which got announced today. And it was a fantastic week for Aston Martin, who absolutely smashed it in the sprint weekend of 145 points. And I do have the TP in here for a quick chat. And he is here. Watanabe, good evening.
Hey, good evening, SJ. How we going?
Good, mate. Team of the week. Now, you've won this more than once now. This is round 8. And, sprint weekend, mate. Yeah, you had an absolute blast. You had some NOS in your car in Division 2 because you had some serious pace. I've never seen that from you this season so far. But, how do you feel all in all about Zandvoort last week?
Yeah, really couldn't ask for much better. Scored the most points of the week, I believe. What was it last week? I think we were about 60 odd points behind P1 in the overalls, and now we're about 10 points behind. So, yeah, it was a really, really good week. Just looking at what we did last week, and hopefully being able to repeat it this week would be leading it. And I don't think Aston have led our overalls for quite a long time. So I think that'd be quite the turnaround, getting up to the top of the table. That's the goal for this week. Zandvoort last week was really, really good. The sprint races, well, they don't really give out too many points. We just tried to capitalize on that. I think we had 2 sprint race wins, which together is 16 points, which is, I don't know, what's that, like a P3 in a main race? So it's a good load of points you can get from the sprint races.
Yeah, definitely.
And then in the feature races, as well, we just, I don't think we got many podiums, but it was like P4s, P5s, just both drivers finishing up quite high. And yeah, I just brought in all the points, but overall really, really happy with how we're going so far.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it has definitely changed the overalls. We obviously seen Kick leading that at the moment, but you have definitely pulled in the gap now. So how do you feel about that with how the overalls are now? It's like every team, I think it's 796, 786, 782 and 782. It's getting very, very tight there, and probably one of the closest battles we've had in fellow seasons this season for the overalls.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely mental how close it is, really. Like the top 6, even top 7, it's anyone's game, really. Literally anybody could win it. It is so close, and that's what it's all about. It's amazing, really. Just every week you see people moving up and down spots. It's not the same people at the top all the time, so yeah, it's really competitive and I'm enjoying it a lot. It's really good.
Awesome. Riff, do you have any questions for Watanabe before we get on board with some qualifying at Interlagos?
Well, first off, congratulations. It was a really strong outing for yourself and the team as a whole. And like you said, it's about that consistency. What do you preach to your drivers in terms of just trying to stay competitive? It can't be won or lost, or won, sorry, in one weekend, but it's just a long way to go still in the season. That consistency of just getting good points week to week. What do you tell your drivers heading into each race weekend?
Honestly, just finishing the race. That's the biggest thing. Even on the first lap, if you get taken out, you get damaged. There's always a chance that you can get points. You never know what's going to happen on the next lap. So as long as you at least try and finish the race, bring in some points. The main goal for each race is double top 10. If we can do that, then I'm a very happy man. And most of the divisions are doing that, or at least one of them in the top 10. And yeah, so far I couldn't ask for more. They're doing a really good job so far.
That is very true, and that actually happened to me last week out on that one. But like you said, you just got to keep going and might find yourself in the points. So that's very true. And both drivers in the top 10. That's a great bar to set. So congratulations and best of luck going forward.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, same for me. Wonton, I think it's been a fantastic start. Fat Cat has been fantastic in Division 1. And we look forward to seeing what you can do for the rest of the weekend. And congratulations once again.
Cheers, thank you very much, and enjoy the race.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go straight over to the gameplay and let's go through what we've got going on here. So here we go. We've got some times. Cambell has finally joined with Communicating Online Services. EA, thank you very much for still not fixing a new game, which has still been out for even a period of time. But on that note, we have Fat Cat setting a 106.681. I'm sorry, I can't be nice to EA at the moment.
I'm in the same boat.
It's just bloody ridiculous, but anyway, we can't let it put us down. We've got Fat Cat with a 106.681 taking pole position for the time being. Ryan Grob in P2, a new driver that has joined Rush, so really good to see him joining in as well, reserving tonight for Mercedes, so a big driver in a big team as well, especially who done very, very well in the in Sandoval sprint weekend as well. We then got Jamie Dodge in that P3, Jono in the Ferrari in P4, Madeline Klein, that is obviously known as Kalki in P5, Squash Josh in P6, Flubber in P7. Brandon is back for the Williams team in P8, and they find out another reserve driver of Toincoin in there as well. Welcome back to Toincoin, who is in P9, so really good start there for the two Williams. JF7 in that P10 position. Madison Bear, known as Kalki, who is the hosting tonight. Thank you very much. Aiden is Raiden in that P12. Wicked Moist jumping up from Division 2. Good luck to him. Dante in P14, the Ferrari. Chandler's in the P15, the Alpine. And Illyrian in the McLaren in P16. And then Cambell Adams, who's just joined us in P17, hasn't set time. Fortunately, still no Haas. And another Red Bull, unfortunate. So, guys, if you are out there and you do want to drive, this is the opportunity. Please jump in. You awesome. Have a seat and have an opportunity. Right, on that note, Rift, what do you think of those times? We've got some 6s and some 7s. 5 guys in the 6s. Pretty impressive already.
Yeah, I was about to say that P2 down to P5, that's about, what, a tenth? A little under a tenth and a half, so it just goes to show you that little fraction of time you can find in each corner is going to make the difference here. It's the difference from a row 1 to potentially row 3 or 4, so lots of marginal time to be found around every corner, especially getting good exits like out of turn 4, turn 3, the centre S's in that last corner as well. So much time can be found and lost just depending on your exits alone. Then the middle sector, very technical, all about just getting a good rhythm in the car and flowing it, nailing the apexes, not want the tyres to be too overheated as well. It's another important thing to notice over the course of a lap around here, so those little mistakes or little gains to find could mean everything.
Yep, definitely. And thanks for the 76s and some 7s as well. So we will be jumping on board with some predictions as well. So remember, channel points have dropped down to 100,000. So if you're close there and get amongst it on that track selection, I'm going to take you away with, who do we jump on board with, Riff or Flying Lap? We've got Brandon, JF7, Keithy, Ryan Grob, or Aiden's Raiden.
Let's go on board with Aiden as Raiden. Oh, as he's just gone off, actually, off track into the grass. A few drivers I was having a look through have invalidated, and I'm trying to find one who hasn't. I think Illyrian's starting a lap here. No, he's coming in. Okay. Looks like Wigan Moist is on a lap, so that's right on board with him. The Div 2 driver reserving up tonight for McLaren. Through the middle sector, here we go. Just taking a bit of curb there, just what you want to do. Or is he backed out of it? No, he's on a lap, I believe. But he's got a bit of traffic. Nails that apex. Rear and back end. Just about to comment, you really want to nail your exit out of there. It steps out on him. So much time will be found and lost, like we were saying earlier. Pretty stable back end, and now just dump all that ERS battery down this start-finish straight. You want to hold a tight line, open the DRS, and hold a very tight line to the wall there. Up to the line, what's it going to be? Marginal improvement gets him into the 7s. That's a 7.9. He's about 700ths off his teammate Illyrian.
There we go. Alright, well, the 107.972 in P15. I'm going to jump on board with Cambell Adams for a flying lap, as he hasn't set a time yet. He's in that P17 position, joining quite late, but has still got 7 minutes. As you can see, a little bit of an overcast out there at the moment due to the weather. We know that what Brazil is like. We could see a bit of rain. I do not know. I've not heard anything as of yet. But we'll have to wait and see as Cambell Adams comes up to the hill now. And he's going to have a little bit of traffic in front. But let's see how he goes. We've seen Cambell Adams bin it on qualifying. Let's see what he does do on this lap. So here we go. Down into the main straight. Pushing over to the right-hand side. Getting as much grip and as much traction as he can, coming into the first bend there very nicely, keeping it very nice. No back in going out at all, keeping it very nice. Getting onto the curb, a little bit of an unbalance there. Getting onto the second part of the DRS now, burning up to around about 60% onto 8th gear, dropping down into 4th gear. Look at those gears switching down, now up into 5th, burning a bit of ERS now, coming up the hill. This is where you've got to be careful. Up into gear 7 now, into 46%, dropping down into gear 6. Riding the curb, keeping as much as you can within track limits and trying not to lose the back end. Very easy to do. Little bit of a wobble there. Could have been a couple of thousandths of a tenth lost there. A little bit there. He seems a little bit cagey on some of the curbs, but so far so good. 67% on the ERS. Now into 5th gear, riding a lot of the curb. He is definitely giving it as all he can. He's got purple in sector 3. He will do because he hasn't set a time. 42%. A lot of ERS to burn now all the way. DRS 7th gear, 8th gear. What's it going to be? 1415 16.610. And he goes P2 a 10th behind Ryan Grubb at the moment. Impressive time from Cambell Adams.
Yeah, that was really impressive. That onboard, he just had it absolutely dialed up, didn't he? And he just his utilisation of all the track available. He did not leave one stone unturned. He was all the way out to the outside, and then on those curbs, he was walking a tightrope to not invalidate. That was awesome to watch on board. But no, that's a really competitive lap, and Ryan Grubb, the new driver to the league, that is an absolutely beautiful lap there. I mean, a good 10th clear of Cambell, and a bit of a gap down to row 2 and 3, so still heaps of time to be found. But yeah, that onboard just really shows you where the time can be found. He just didn't leave anything out there, but he's still got a little bit of time to find.
No, definitely, and the prediction is in already. Who will take pole position? Will it be Ryan, will it be Cambell, or will it be someone else? So feel free to put your predictions in at the moment. But Ryan Grubb taking that pole position with a 106.508, impressive time. A lot of these guys, 6 guys into the 6s at the moment, so very impressive from them. Will Fat Cat be able to cause problems there? Because Fat Cat is not that far off Cambell Adams. I know that Cambell Adams has just started, but Fat Cat warming up those tyres, going again. It's an impressive time so far, but we'll have to wait and see. The 2 McLarens, though, down there in P16, 17, they will definitely want to improve. But from P1 to P6, it's anyone's, but from P7 to P17, it's anyone's as well.
Yeah, well, again, 200ths between 7th and 8th, and then it's about 3 tenths down all the way to 13th. So it's a difference between starting in the top 6 and starting the bottom end of the points. I mean, it's just so much up for grabs here. It's such a competitive division. Lap times are saying we're all in the sub 8s and the majorities in the low 7s, but Yeah, there's heaps of time to be found, and love to see how competitive it is. The smallest bit of time which can gain you or lose you, that starting track position is everything, and that can sets up your race, sets up your strategy, whether you go bold or you want to try and stay in that DRS train and get pulled along. But yeah, it's going to affect the strategies, and any little mistake's going to cost them pretty dearly.
Yeah, definitely. And also big points up for grabs in this at the moment. We've seen Kick leading the overalls, not by much now. Aston Martin are really putting the pressure on as well, and so are Mercedes. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how it's going to go, because there is a sprint weekend next week at Silverstone as well. So we haven't had a sprint weekend for a while. We've got Zandvoort up and running, and then we head over to Silverstone next week for another sprint weekend. So yeah, and then after that we've got 100% race left, and I think we've got one more sprint race left, and that is it. So still big points up for grabs for most of these teams for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, definitely, and there's still a long way to go. I mean, it's anyone's game. Obviously, Sauber have been in pretty good form the last few weeks, and you know they weren't leading about a month ago. They were in the hunt, and now they found themselves with a nice little margin to P2. But like you said, 1 week and it can just completely flip around, and now you got the likes of the Ferraris and whatnot on their tails, and when you become it's easy being the hunter, but then when you become the hunted, it's another story. So it'll be interesting to see. Still a long way to go. We just had the driver transfer period, and we're seeing a few of these new acquisitions, make their mark on their new teams, and it'll be interesting to see how we go to the next stint in the season, and then when we go at the next free market period.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be very interesting to see. And 2 minutes to go in quali. We've got Fat Cat coming around into sector 2. He's actually invalidated there.
Invalidated.
That is not what he wants. He has solidified that P3 for the time being. Is he going to be able to go and again with that amount of ERS? He's only got 64%. He could be in a little bit of trouble here. Only 146 to go. He's going to really have to do as best as he can, 70%. And this is going to be a struggle for Fat Cat, because he's not going to have the acceleration down into turn 1. So, I think it could just be a tow for his teammate, and he'll try and solidify that P3 position. But he's got Jono for comfort now in that P4. So this could be massive for Jono's championship fight as well. As he has, we'll have to wait and see how we go there. As we've got, hopefully Ryan doesn't get in the way.
Ooh, we've got a grid penalty here for...
Ooh. Yes, we do.
One of the Saubers. Legal contact, so I'll have to review that. Just another thing I'd like to mention, just been watching Ryan Grob's outlap. He's actually doing 2 outlaps, and he's really high revs to try and burn that fuel to have as minimal fuel as possible. So just a little interesting thing I picked up on there, doing 2 laps. So he's going to get that best track Evo when he crosses the line, because it's going to be relatively low amount of time left in the session, and he's going to have really low fuel load. So just an interesting strategy there from Ryan Grob, who's on provisional pole at the moment. Yeah,
that's what you got to do, burn a little bit of fuel as well. So Fat Cat is, I think he is going to stay in that P3 position.
Cambell Adams has stopped on the straight. I think he's trying to let the traffic through here, but
this is interesting. This is very interesting.
He's nearly at a standstill. He's got wing damage as well, so potentially him and that Sauber may have come together, and that's why he's gotten that grid penalty. But yeah, we'll have to have a look at that.
That's interesting.
We'll get the stewards to look at that.
That spices things up massively there, as Fat Cat has called it and retired. So let's have a look who we've got coming round. And he's going to have his last chances. Oh, Squash Josh and Wicked have a bit of
Josh and Moist.
What is going on there? There's been a few incidents there. Squash Josh going off the track. So a few good place penalties. Brazil causing.
This is big news as well. Ryan Grob's actually invalidated at the start of that lap, so he's not going to get another time in. So it's going to come tumbling down here. Track Evo, see what happens. But P1 provisional pole sitter will not get another lap in.
He won't at the moment, but Aiden Raiden is going to be the last car crossing the line. Let's have a look. He's in that P14 position. Do we see an improvement for Aiden Raiden? No. Yes, we do. Up into P12. We've got more drama. There's the Ferraris, as we've got Jono doesn't. Oh, 6,000 to the second behind Cambell.
Wow.
He doesn't get the jump, unfortunately. We've got more drama here, as we've got JF7.
Josh is in the grass.
is about to cross the line. Does he improve? No, he stays P15.
No.
We've got the Cambell Adams stays P2, doesn't improve either. And then we've got Brandon up into P8. He improves as well. Anyone else coming round? We've got Flubber coming round. It doesn't.
It's just Flubber, but he's
nope.
got 100% battery.
And Squash Josh.
That's it. Josh is in the grass.
So, a bit of drama here for the Red Bull driver there. But, a little bit of drama in that quali. A few track violations and also a few grid penalties as well, which is interesting. And I think it'll definitely be looked at by the stewards or by the teams of what happened there between Cambell Adams and someone else, and also Wicked and Josh earlier on.
Yeah, well, Jono looked to be the big winner from that, but yeah, that was really weird. A lot of drivers either invalidated or didn't find time, or they just made mistakes. We saw a few cars going slowly, a few with damage, and then a few grid penalties as the Sauber and Josh as well, both with 5-place grid drops. So that's not going to help them at all. They'll be right at the very back in P10 and P9, and P14 with those penalties, so that'll send them way back. But yeah, it was just a bit of chaos everywhere. It didn't really see too many clean runs in the end, but that's going to be very interesting. Grob, he's looked quick early. Cambell Adams, that was a really quick lap he put in, and Jono, pretty unlucky, 6 milliseconds off that front row start, but he's got some serious pace. He's going to be hanging around and have something to say about this.
Yeah, definitely. And on your predictions there, Ryan took pole. So congratulations to everyone that voted on Ryan to taking pole. So yeah, a little bit of drama in that qualifying for Division 1. And something that we don't really see often there. So some guys not getting out the way on laps, maybe engineering may have not been concentrating, but we'll have to wait and see. We've got blue skies, and it is looking a lot more clearer than it did in quali. And Rift, I will let you take away the orders on the start of this glorious day at Interlagos for Division 1.
No worries, sounds good. As we wait for the players just finalising their strategies and their fuel loads.
Long race.
That's turn 1 around here is always to hold your breath. Turn 1 on any track, for that matter, is pretty how you're going. But around Brazil, you got that really steep elevation change, and cars 2-3 wide into a left-right hand chicane, essentially going downhill. So easy to lose control. Anyway, lights coming on now. 5 red lights. They're out, and we are away. I think Cambell's got a good launch here as he's trying to get alongside. Look at the Ferrari with Jono behind. Around the outside, up the inside, goes Cambell's now holds the inside for the second corner. Grob leads from Adams. Jono, he's got an absolutely furious fat cat right on his tail. Look at how close they are. Hundreds of seconds separating them. And they're all pretty well behaved into turn number 4. As one of the Ferraris of Dante goes off, he's side by side with the Sauber. As they're going to go up side by side to the fast blind right-hander around the outside. And no, the Ferrari's going to hold it, pushes him off track, and the Williams behind looking to pick up the pieces. He'll have the inside. Brandon, there he goes. Tries to hang it around the outside, and he will. What a move. Still wheel banging. Someone's got damage. The billboards is gone. And now the Alpines of Aiden is trying to go around the outside. He'll have it for the next corner. And his teammate has been tag-teamed through the middle sector. What a move by the Alpines. They'll be ecstatic with that opening lap. And now they all climb up the hill towards the start-finish straight to see lap 1 of this Brazilian Grand Prix.
Yeah, a very aggressive start there from Division 1 and some great moves. A little bit of banging wheels there and pushing people off track. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But I'm just trying to keep on tabs. But what a start there for the Alpines, how they pushed their way through and got that job done on Brandon down there in P10. So he got absolutely dominated there. Right down the bottom. We'll have to wait and see. There was a bit of contact, but I think he is all good with his car, which is good to see. And we're going back at the front. Cambell Adams has stayed in that P2, Jono in P3, and Ryan Grob leading the way in P1. Serious pace at the front at the moment. And we've got a bit of a mixture of the strategy there of the two Alpines going for the hard compound tyre. So that's going to be very interesting to watch. We'll have to wait and see how that's going to go. But so far, so good. All 17 cars through. Toy Coin getting a little bit... Oh, there's
Cambell's
drama!
round.
Campbell round on
He's
lap
dropped
2,
it.
and he can't move. He cannot move. He's going to have to wait right
He's
till
dropped
the
it
end.
on the exit.
What's happened there?
On cold tyres, full fuel load. He's just purely dropped that on the exit. I caught that out of the corner of my eye. He's just dropped it on the exit there, and wow, that's an absolute killer mistake. He's now, 3.5 seconds off 16th. He's going to have lots of work to do on the mediums. Good thing he's not on the hards, but yeah, it's going to be a really long race for him now. Going to safety car or a potential VSC.
Illyrian going way too...
Oh, there's a McLaren at turn 1. It's Illyrian, and now Josh with DRS on the Sauber.
There's a lot going on in the mid pack there, and at the bottom as well. Drivers going off. Very aggressive start for some of these guys in Interlagos we're seeing there, and Cambell Adams going off on lap 3. Rift, sorry to interrupt, but back to you. And sorry, just to let you know, Ryan Grubb has made a 1.2 second gap, and we've got yellows, and someone's gone round. I don't know what's happened there. We have a bit of drama, and that looks like, I don't know, someone's lost a bit of front wing, and that is Flutter that's lost the front left plate. I can't keep up with what's going on. It's going on everywhere. It's going on in the front, in the midfield, and everywhere else. So,
and the back.
Yeah, good to see, but back to you.
Well, that front wing damage doesn't seem to phase him. He's just made the move on Josh. He made a very good move on both the McLarens there. So Flubber doesn't seem to worry too much about that front wing as here we go onto the start-finish straight. Only 17% battery. Look at Josh all over him, and he's alongside and he's coming in to get that change by the looks. So, wow. I mean, there's carnage everywhere. The front were pretty well behaved, but then Cambell went round. We got battles in the midfield, and then at the back we had cars going side by side through the entire first and middle sectors. So, absolute scenes everywhere on track at the moment, SJ.
Yeah, it is, and it's, you know, when you see one of those big drivers fall at the back, you think, well, something's actually happened. We'll have to wait and see at the moment. But, yeah, anyone watching for Verstappen? No, unfortunately, they're not. Tonight, Steck? I don't know who that is, but we'll have to work out. We've got 45 people tuning in tonight. Thank you very much. And if you have tuned in, you will see that Ryan Grubb is leading the way on his debut at Rush Racing. And Cambell Adams has made a mistake on lap 3 and pushed himself all the way down to P16. But we know, Rift, what this guy is capable of and what he can do from this position. But can he do it tonight? That's the question. He has got 13 seconds to the leader, so still not that far away, but what's happened in this race, a lot has been going on, but Ryan Grubb has gone, and Fat Cat now up into P2, Jono into P3, and that's changed things up again, because Fat Cat now has overtaken Jono.
As well, SJ, this battle for the fringe top 10 is absolutely insane. Every time they're side by side, you go Valerian and the Williams of Brandon. Josh is really just being very aggressive. He's worked his way. He was down at last place earlier on lap 1, and was the McLaren Illyrian has a big moment there. But yeah, also Cambell Adams, he's already within DRS of Wigan Moist in 15th. So whether it's the battling or we know he's got some rapid pace, but he is back in this race. He's got a lot of work to do, a lot of overtaking to do, but that's step 1, catch the train and see what you can do done, and he's got a lot of work to go still, but a good start for him in his recovery drive here.
Definitely. Give me 4 numbers that you think these guys will pit. 4 numbers.
Oh, the majority on the mediums at the moment. I'll probably say I'll go lap 8, 9, 10, 11, around that period.
That's early. 9, 10, 11. We will go other. All right?
Lovely.
There we go. So
as Josh has just got up into the top 10 now. He is absolutely on a charge on the hard tyres. That has been an absolute perfect choice for him to start this race. But he is now into the top 10. He was in 16th or 17th at one point, and he's already found his way into the top 10. That's a great start for him, as he's already right on the tail of Thunder. He's having a great drive at the moment, Josh.
He is, and BZR, mate, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated, mate. Hope you're enjoying the stream as well. Really appreciate it. 45 people tuning in on Division 1, round number 9 in Lagos, and it's a great race so far, but Ryan Grubb has gone. He is 1.4. He has gone out the DRS, and now it's Fat Cat, Jono, and Jamie Dodge all in the DRS with Dante and Chandler's and That is it. That is your DRS train there. And then you've got Kalki, Aiden as Raiden, and then JF7, a bit of a gap there. So there's a few gaps starting to form already. And it is a long race, isn't it? We're 7 laps, and there's 36 laps in this race. So we'll have to wait and see. He I don't know, I think he spun. But Dante and Charles going out.
Oh, Dante.
That was very aggressive. There's some aggressive driving going on. Oh, there's loads of driving going on.
He got it up the inside.
And
He got it up the inside and he just wasn't going to move. He just held his own, and Dante just kept the nose in there for the second part of the corner. He nearly went round, similar to Cambell Adams, how he went round. But yeah, lucky to get away with that. But Chandler in those hards, it was going to be a matter of when, not if, when he got past. And now he's already caught up to the back of the RB and the other top 3 drivers. So look, watch out for those hards and the hard runners coming through the field.
Yeah, definitely, as we're seeing a few of them now. Chandler's on those 6 laps, Squash Josh on those 6, and also Aiden has Raiden on them 6 as well. So they're going to start making their way through. Ryan Grubb 1.7 out in front. Jono 8 tenths behind. Is Fatcat in the DRS, and these two seem to switch, and I think this is big for the championship, isn't it, at the moment? And Grubb is in. Grubb is in on lap 7.
Dante with the 10 seconds, he sped in.
And
oh, that's not going to help your chances.
Well, everyone's gone other, so I don't know. What is other? Does other count anything else apart from the numbers? It does, doesn't it? Because
I suppose it would, wouldn't it?
Well, there you go. So 43,000.
Yeah, the beginning of.
There you go.
End of lap 7, start of lap 8, but yeah, that's absolutely killer for Dante's teammate. Now been relegated to P1 as the Mercedes of Grubbs come in. Also saw the Sauber of, I believe it was Keith, pit a lap or 2 ago, and now the other one of Calgary has also come in. So both Saubers looking for fresh rubber, and they could be big undercuts coming their way. But yeah, that's not ideal for Dante. He was having a good scrap in the top 5, and that's going to really set him back his next time round in the pits.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see at the moment with the hard runners as well, doing really well. You've got 4, 5 and 6 all on hard tyres, and they'll be able to go a little bit longer. The question is, how long are they going to go? Ryan has gone all the way down to P12, but he's done his first stop. That is a big stint to do now on those hards to the end of the race on lap 9 out of 36. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, and I think there's going to be a lot happening in this race as Cambell now up into P8. Yeah, 8 is so early. Hearing that from T-Bone there. And it is, I thought that was quite early coming in on lap 8. But yeah, interesting to see. Going out the front, excuse me, Jono leading the way, Fat Cat, then Jamie Dodge, then Chandler's, Aiden's Raiden, Squash Josh, JF7, Cambell Adams, Illyrian, ET8, Ryan Grubb, Wicked Moist, Toincoin, Dante, Kalki, Keithy, Brandon, and Flubber are your grid positions at the moment. Looking at position changes, there we go. Squash Josh making 11 spots. Aiden Azraeli making 6. Biggest loser there is Cambell Adams making 6. Dante 7. And Kalki down there is 7 as well. And also Brandon and Flubber with 8. So a few guys making the stops. But Illyrian and Toincoin, from Illyrian to Toincoin, no one is pitted. And from Cambell Adams up to Jono has not pit yet. So still opportunity for these guys to pit, but so far so good. It's nice little battle at the front, isn't it, between Jono, Fat Cat, Jamie Dodger, and Chandler's.
I've been watching Chandler in these last couple of laps. He's on board. He's getting to within about south of 4 tenths for the entirety of the lap, but he just can't get past in the straights. He's all over that RB on the better tyre at the moment for terms of tyre wear on those hards compared to the mediums. He's been all over him, especially in this middle sector. He's gaining so much time. He was nearly pushing him out of that last corner last time round, but just doesn't have the battery or the straight line speed to make the move.
Yeah, definitely. There's battles going on all over the place. You've got Wicked Moist as well, who's got right in the back of Dante. And Dante is trying to go for the move. He goes for the move up the hill, gets the move done, up into P12. Wicked Moist he won't fight it. He's just out there to score points and help the team. And he's doing a great job so far in that P13. Dante does have that 10 second though. That is going to hurt him. Going back up the front, I'm going to jump on board with Chandler's for a flying lap here. And I'm going to let you take this one away, Riff, because he is on the hards. and he is 6/10 behind. So he's in the DRS at the moment, but he's got Jamie Dodge right behind him as most of these guys. Oh, Jamie Dodge has got a 10-second, going way too quick into the pit lane. So Chalmers is now 1.2 behind Fat Cat, and he will be trying to push on. Are those hards coming into it, or are the mediums starting to fall off?
Entry, it's very tricky. You come in very quickly, and it is one of those tracks we do have to go slower than usual, and it's already caught a few of these drivers out, and these Div 1 guys, they're on top of it more than anybody across all the divisions, and it just goes to show how tricky it is. Alpine at the moment, both on the hards, definitely the right choice. Find themselves P2 and 3. They've still got to stop, but I mean, they've been doing some great overtakes on track and really fighting them out the field. Josh as well would be happy. He's a little bit further behind, but yeah, Aiden and Chandler, it's been a good start for them. Fat Cat, he is absolutely putting in some work on those mediums. They would be screaming by now, but he's still got good pace, and he's did have a DRS gap, but not anymore. As Chandler, he's found that sub-second. He was all over the RB of Jamie Dodge, but yeah, he came into the pits. As now, speaking of, Fat Cat's in, so watch on board here. Does get it stopped nicely, little lock up, but that's okay. That will release both the Alpines, so see if there's any team orders here, if they just try and pull away and use their pace to pull each other along, try and help the other one with battery. But yeah, the hard run is now going long as Brian Grob is up to P4. He was our net leader, and see his pace compared to Josh, who he's starting to catch now. Probably say next time around he might have a go into turn 1, but it's been interesting. A few penalties as well, and they are big penalties as Josh has gone off wide there. That's not going to help, and he's going to come around the outside. He's dipped the toe in the grass around the outside. Josh surrenders the position. He knows better. This is not his battle at the moment, and you'll see if he can try and stay with him to get some DRS. But yeah, Grob's just on an absolute mission at the moment. He's not letting anyone get in his way. He's been lapping really well, really good pace, really consistent, and it's going to be tricky for the Ferraris and Co to try and match him.
Yeah, definitely. A fantastic drive from Ryan Grob at the moment in that P3 position, and doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to touch him at the moment. We've got Fat Cat in that P9 position. Cambell lands his pit, pushed himself all the way down into P15, battling ASL Brandon, who is on those 4-lap hards at the moment, back up to the front as well. We've got a great start from the two Alpines, and I've been wanting to see this for so long. I believe this is a very good partnership with both of these guys, and they've really got some competition, some real good teamwork that they can do, but we'll have to wait and see, as these guys still haven't pit yet, so they are going to be on a very quick tyre. But the question is when they're going to make a pit stop. We're going to seeing a little bit of battles going on here between Kalki and Wicked Moist. Kalki does get the job done. Back up to the front, we've also got Kiki having a go with Jamie Dodge, but those two pins coming in with Dante and Jamie Dodge as well is the interesting part of it as well. Morning, Rose, mate. Good to see you, mate, and thanks for jumping in as always. Still need you to make that special appearance in the comms box, mate. You can still come out of retirement and do one of these races with me. But at the moment, so far so good. Ryan is pulling in that lead, 3.5 to Aiden's Raiden, and he is pulling that in pretty quick on those fresh hard tyres compared to the other two, as one of them does come into the pits, and yeah, the other one continues. Aiden is waiting on another lap on that 14 at a 36 Rift.
It's one of the Alpines in Wicked Moist on the mediums. He's still out there, so I'd say he's probably just testing, see how the one stop fares as he comes in. He now comes in this lap behind Toincoin, so like you said, he's locked up and he's sped in, so that's a 10-second coming his way, unfortunately. But he's probably just testing the waters, see how the one-stop fares for his race tomorrow night in his Division Div 2. I'll also be driving in, but yeah, he's probably just trying to gather a bit of data and detail on what works, what doesn't work, and yeah, like you said, he's doing his job. He's just got to score some points and help out the Div 1 side of McLaren, and that's what he's doing at the moment. But here he comes in. Flubber down in P17 on those 9-lap old mediums. He's 20 seconds off of 16th. He must have had a little accident there, but we jump back to the front. Both are Ferraris, and Jamie Dodge all over Dante. He's got the Aston Martin pushing him essentially out of that last corner. Here we go, up to the start-finish line. Absolute beauty of a drag race here. As they come now at DRS open 300 and nearly 40 kilometres an hour towards turn 1. He goes to the outside. Who's going to be brave under the brakes? Even the Aston's going to have a go behind. He'll hold the inside for the second part. Makes a nice move, and they're very clean. No contact there. That could have been with the understeer, that Ferrari, but he gets absolutely tag teamed into turn 1. Loses the 2 places there, does Dante. And now they equal lap tyres to the Sauber behind of Kalki. Chandler and his teammate Aiden, the Alpines, both on the medium, so watch out for them. They're going to have some rapid pace here. They are 2 seconds off of P6 there and 3.8 off his teammate. Yeah, action everywhere. Dante still trying to see if he can hold on, and Fat Cat, he's trying to get onto that podium paying position. RB does have the 10-second in front, so as things stand, he is net P3, but still a long way to go in this one.
Yeah, definitely. And Fat Cat will want to try and get this move done as soon as possible and try and get to the back of Jono, because Jono's 7.6 seconds behind Ryan Grubb. Ryan Grubb is absolutely gone. He has shown some serious pace tonight in quali and also in the race as well, but Fat Cat and Joey Dodge are going to go at it. Fat Cat does get the job done, and Joey Dodge and Dante, they've got to be careful. They could fall way down the pecking order with those penalties as well, because there is a bit of a DRS between, obviously, down P6, 7, 8 and 9 and 10. There's hardly anything in it at the moment, so and unless anything happens in this race which changes up the whole dynamics, we'll have to wait and see. This could be Ryan's for the win here. And some easy points for Mercedes that have scored tonight, which is going to help them moving forward into the constructors and also into the overalls as well. So big points for them. But we'll have to wait and see, because anything can change. You've got Dante in P5 and Ferrari in P2. Didn't have the best of weeks in the Zandvoort sprint weekend, but they are in front of the kicks at the moment. As Tony Coyne gets a 3-second time pen down there in P14. We've got a comms question coming in, a Q&A. Lockie, is this for both of us or for one? No comment.
Question, sorry, Lockie.
Yeah, he's going with the question for Rift. Oh, here we go. For you, mate. Thoughts on Wicked's race?
He's doing his job at the moment, isn't he, Wicked? He doesn't really have too big of expectations. He's not supposed to bring the world down, but if he can just score in the points and do his job, I think that'll be a pretty happy Jackal at McLaren. But yeah, obviously the 10 seconds not ideal, and he's stepping up a division to what he usually drives in, so it was always going to be a bit of an ask for him, but he's applying himself and doing the best he can, and right now he's got a bit of work to do, but so far it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there's your answer. And we'll go back up to the front at the moment as Fat Cat now 1.4 seconds behind Jono, trying to pull in on that gap. Keep an eye out on that gap. That's 17 and a 36. Are we going to see a 2-stop or are we going to see a 1-stop? We'll have to wait and see. 1-stop is going to be insane to do here, especially on 36 laps. So I reckon we will see a 2-stop, but we'll have to wait and see. Go a little further down into the midfield. Cambell Adams, we saw him earlier on. He is 17 seconds away from the leader at the moment in that P9. 1.9 seconds behind Aiden's Raiden on those medium tyres against hards. 5 laps against those 3-lap mediums. And yeah, are you seeing anything from the Alpines? Are we seeing them push? 1.6, it seems that they're really pulling these other guys in, and those medium tyres are going to be very, very quick. Question is, they're going to probably have to pit again. So do you reckon we're going to see a medium, maybe a hard medium, or a hard medium hard?
I think you definitely want to be using the hard compound twice if you are going to 2-stop. I think the medium, you wouldn't bet your life on them making it to the end or doing a long stint on them, especially on a track like here when you got so much direction change and as well as elevation change. It just really punishes the tyres, especially a lot of high speed corners here, a lot of heat and temperature being put through the carcass of those tyres. So I wouldn't like trying to run the mediums to the end, but yeah, I'd go the hards twice, and then it just gives you more tyre to work with, and how aggressive you want to be, you can really push it. Whereas other drivers around you are going a lot more conservative. You don't have to worry about that. You can just go all out don't have to worry as well with warnings. You got a bit more leniency, a bit more grip. You don't have to worry so much about track limits, which we've seen a couple people get some 3 seconds as well as the 10 seconds. So I think that's the best way to go here.
Okay, no, that's interesting. It's interesting. We're seeing Jamie Dodge, trying to stay to the back of Fat Cat with that 10-second. I think we saw, that might have been Flubber, I think, that's come out there right behind them. So, yeah, he's doing as best as he can. But we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Is Jamie Dodge in that P4 position? He's trying to hold on here to Fat Cat as much as he can. He does have that 10-second, so that is going to hurt him. But yeah, interesting to see, and that's the problem with the Brazil pit lane, isn't it? You've got to be so careful coming into that pit lane. But we'll have to wait and see. As Ryan is about to cross the line on lap number 20. And we are going through this race very, very quickly. 6 seconds, and I'm seeing here that Jono is pulling that gap down, isn't he? It was 7.5 and he's now 5.9. So Jono is pulling that gap down. So Jono is motoring in that Ferrari at the moment, Rift.
He's had a pretty low-key weekend so far. I mean, he was unlucky not to qualify P2, and he would have only, a 10.5 off of pole, and he hasn't made any mistakes so far. He made the most of Cambell going around in the middle sector, and he hasn't really allowed Fat Cat to be on the attack on him. He's held his own and kept him out of that DRS range, and now we're starting to see him just chip a few tenths here and there, and he's slowly just silent assassin like just working his way into this fight for the lead. I mean, Ryan Grob, he's obviously got access to the telemetry, and you'll see that gap coming down. Maybe he's got a little bit more in hands, but it's just good signs for Jono and for Ferrari, and especially for Dante, given how he might not be scoring the biggest amount of points here today.
Yeah, definitely. And while we're saying about Jono putting in Ryan Grob, Fat Cat's also putting in Jono slowly as well. So, and Fat Cat and Jono are on 1 lap less. So Fat Cat's on 1 lap less than Jono, and he's trying to pull that in. Look, 1.1. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going to go. Are they going to start to try and pull away and catch Ryan Grob? We'll have to wait and see, as Chandler's up into P4, and we're seeing a few guys pit there, and Jamie Dodge coming into the pits, and
having the 10 seconds as well now.
Yeah, pretty clever thing to do, but how far is that going to push him down? Cambell is now into P7. He's going side by side with Aiden as Raiden.
Side by side.
Oh, this is going to be interesting as Aiden Ray. Oh, they're going to tap. Oh no, they're going to tap. He's hit Cambell.
Lost the back end.
Oh, bit of a snap there. Cambell is not having a good night tonight. He's not having it his own way as he normally does, and it's good to see. And as Cambell is trying to get through into P7, Wicked Moise getting a 3-second pen. Cambell on those 9-lap hards against Aiden Raiden, 6-lap mediums. He's really trying to hold in. But Aiden's Raiden he's in his own battle. He's in his own battle as Cambell says on the right side.
Oh, up the inside.
Oh, there's medium.
He's going to hold it now for the inside. Now here goes Aiden. Got the inside for the next corner, side by side into the final braking zone. Look at them wheel to wheel, round the outside on the hards. What an absolute move from Adams. Cambell, what an overtake. That was superb. Both of them will have DRS now in the slipstream of, I believe that is Kalki. No, he's come in, and now we're side by side into turn 1. The Alpine and the RB. Oh, he nearly did the tyre in the grass there, did Adams. And that is Aiden through. Both Alpines having a good race. He's not done yet, though. Next DRS straight. Burning the battery only 5%. Make it 2-1. Side by side, he's barely gaining with the DRS. He's going to lunge him up the inside. Can he get it pulled up? Yes, he can, and that is the move done. Maybe it isn't.
No, it's not. They're going to go
Aiden might have something to say up the hill. Shows the nose, but he thinks better of it. Charge the pack and go again on the next time around the start-finish straight. Wow, what a battle.
Yeah, and that's good play from Aiden as Raiden, is because he's pulled in a gap there on for his teammate. We're going to go a bit further down the back, and a little bit of drama going on there. Someone's gone round, or someone has gone round.
Aaron with Wicked was stopped in the apex of 3 there, but he looks like he's got going again.
I think Aiden's going to go again on Cambell here. I'm going to see. I'm just checking the DRS there, and that by having that little bit of a battle, that's pulled in. Chandler's pulled in a gap for him to go a little further, as Aiden's made him just lets him go now. So Flubber getting a 3-second time pen. We're seeing a few stops as well. We're seeing a few more pits. Cambell up into P3. I don't think those tyres are going to be able to go to the end, so he is going to have to pit again. How far is he going to be out in front? That's going to be the question. Ryan's in, Fat Cat's in, JF7's in, Jono still continues on those 12 laps. So, this is going to be the question. I reckon we'll try and see Jono coming in this lap. He'll want free air. He will not want to get involved in traffic, because if he does, then that gives Fat Cat a massive opportunity, as there's hardly anything in it. 4 seconds between him and Ryan Grob. And we've got yellows round again. It looks like it's a Williams of Toincoin. I'm just trying to see what's going on. There's a lot going on here.
No, that's Chandler.
Everywhere. That's Chandler.
That was Chandler. I think he's made contact with Cambell. And they've both seem to have their front wings intact, but there was definitely contact there. Campbell's all over him, pushing him again on those hard tyres compared to the mediums. Similar tyre where, in terms of lap for lap, Jono's come in now. He's responded, like you mentioned there, SJ. And then here we go. What's going to happen? Here's the Alpine diving in. No, he's going to stay out, and side by side. Look at him squeeze him off onto the AstroTurf. Has a look, sends it the nose up the inside of the contact. Oh, and he's lost it, and he's caught it, and his teammate's going to have the overspeed behind him. Wow, they're just absolutely going for it. They just don't care. They're going to send the nose up there. A little bit of argy-bargy is now Cambell Adams to the outside. Goes Aiden. Chandler, pardon me. He's gone off track. Deploying the battery. Look at this. Around the outside into the fast right-hander. Look at the courage. There's contact, I think. Campbell's going to hold on. Oh my goodness. Just absolute bravery. Love to see it. Love to see it. Just bravery and commitment.
Defending champions versus defending champions, which is great to see. You don't always get to see that, and Chandler's is giving it a go. He's got the arms, he's got the elbows out, and he's giving it a go. But Cambell is like, yeah, no thanks, mate. You're on older tyres, and I'm going to pull away. But on that note, we did note there, if you can see that Jono and Fat Cat, there's hardly anything in it. Fat Cat did get the jump on Jono on the pits, but look at Jono, he is right behind him within DRS. And this is the battle, because these are the men that are leading the championship. And the other one is runner-up. Ryan Grob does the fastest lap with a 109.043, and Ryan is now right behind Cambell Adams. So Cambell Adams looks like he's going to have to pit. The question is he going to be able to get through? We've got one more lap before we've got 10 laps to go of racing. This Brazilian race has not been boring at all. It has had everything tonight. And Jono and Fat Cat are still going at it. And this is the battle. I'm going to jump on board with Jono for a flying lap here. And Rift, I'll let you take this one away.
Got the lead as well, Ryan. That's crucial from him. He just got both the Alpines and he's got Cambell Adams as we ride on board with Jono now. Still behind the Aston Martin. He would have liked to have gotten him in that first sector. This is going to hurt him now. Every lap he has behind this traffic is going to hurt him in regards to Ryan, who's cleared them now and he can take off. He got that gap down, didn't he, Jono? And now it's already back out to bigger than what it was before. Riding on board, tyres screaming through here. Aston Martin, how is he under brakes? He's charging the pack. Look at the ground he just covers under braking. Gets a good exit. Plenty of battery to play with here for Jono. With the slipstream, he'll have DRS, and this is going to be like taking candy from a baby towards the line to the outside. He's not going to battle him. He's through. And that is back up into P3 for Jono. Cambell Adams, next target on his list, just sub 2 seconds up the road. That's a crucial move to make any later, and he would have really been losing heaps of time to Ryan Grob out front. Yeah. So yeah, that's a big move for him to make, and he's through.
It is, and that's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do, because there's only one lap between them. You know, Fat Cat is on one lap more than Jono, and if you can stay with him, it's going to be a great battle. There's a lot on ERS there, management. Fat Cat's got a lot more compared to Jono. Cambell Adams in that P2 position, 2.5 seconds, but look at the gap he's lost already to Ryan Grob on those fresh hards. So Cambell Adams will probably look to pit very, very soon with 10 laps of racing to go. We've got the prediction up with any safety cars. I'm not seeing anything at the moment. But it's been a great race, and Jamie Dodge now up in the P6 after serving that 10-second pen, and definitely changed there. Dante, no pens. So those guys serving those pens, they've really helped them, And Toincoin on softs. A long way to go on them soft tyres, mate. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. We've got Brandon down there in P13. We're going to go back up to the front, and there we go. Cambell is in. How far is Cambell going to drop behind all these guys? He's not had the night tonight, and he's really been tested by the Alpines, by Ryan as well. And look at all these cars coming down. He's going to probably go all the way down to Well, he's looking at P12 here. So yeah, Cambell Adams at the moment probably. Oh, that's fat.
That's a big penalty.
Gets a pen.
That is a big penalty.
That is a big
penalty. And something to note as well, both those Alpines, we were talking about what tyre they're going to go for the last stint. They've both put on the mediums, so they're going all out aggressive. They don't care. They've got time to find, and that is a big penalty. That could definitely see one of these Alpines find their way on the podium.
And they've come out in front of Cambell again, so these guys have made it difficult for him tonight. Chandler's is up there into P6 now on those mediums. Toincoin getting a 10 seconds for corner cutting there, and yeah, I don't know what's happened there. He's gone way off track, so yeah, really unfortunate for the Williams driver, and he's lost a bit of damage to his front wing as well. Not had the best of nights, but at the end of the day, if he can try and get a little bit further up, he can score some points. Anything can happen in this race. 28 laps out of 36. Safety car changes everything in this race. Is Toincoin. I don't know what Toincoin is doing. I don't know what you're doing, Toincoin. You can't.
He's got another one. He's going to be disqualified soon.
Yeah, I think he will be disqualified on board him at the moment. Yeah, you can't be doing that.
No. Someone I'd like to mention as well, having a little quiet race is, I believe it's Kalki, Madeline Klein. He's gained 3 positions, qualifying 7th, and he's just found himself in the top 4. So he's had a nice little drive. He's got the RB of Jamie Dodge reeling him in, and these Alpines are going to be absolutely humming comes the end of this race. But so far, hasn't put a foot wrong. He's kept it out of trouble, no pens, and he's finding himself in a really high position, which is good for him. His Toincoin's got another 3 seconds. I don't know what's going on here. He's on the softs last time I checked, and nearly 40 seconds behind 16th. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Just retire the car in the pits, man. You know, going slow. What are you doing?
Jono's through.
What's he doing?
Jono's through on Catman. Jono is through on Catman and all.
He's caused a safety car. That was live on stream.
Wow, well, the big loser out of that's going to be Catman. He's got 3 seconds. This whole field's going to be bunched up. And Ryan Grob, that 9-second lead it was, that's going to be evaporated. That's not what we want to see, but yeah, wow, that's really going to swing the outcome of this one, which we don't like to see. We like to see the racing, but don't like to see it happen this way.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see. And I don't know why they've done that. I don't really know that there was no need for that. And yeah, that is not what you want at all in racing, because that's just spoiled a fantastic race that we've had tonight. It's just brought out a safety car, and yeah, that's not what you want. So yeah, very disappointing, especially from someone that was I thought would be all good in the league, and yeah, unfortunately these things happen, and you know, you've got to kick that out. So yep.
Not what you want to see, and or you can. He's left the session now, but yeah, unfortunately for the drivers, all you can do now is adapt to what's happened. Grob stayed out. I think they probably all will stay out. I don't know if anyone would gamble it. Only going to have probably 5 laps of green flag racing to the end, but yeah, it's really swung the momentum here. Fat Cat, like we were saying, big loser, and these Alpines and Cambell Adams, they definitely going to benefit from this on 2 and 3 lap old mediums. Jamie's bolted on the softs, as has Chandler's, and Wicked Moist as well, just put on the softs to go to the end. So we're going to see a bit of overtaking, a bit of chaos towards the end of this one. Fat Cat in P7 on the softs. He's the first soft run in P7, so he's going to have all the grip in the world. He's going to feel like Superman compared to these guys on hards and relatively fresh mediums. But yeah, it's disappointing. It was really interesting between Jono and Ryan and Kalki as well, to see if he was going to hold that P4 or not. Dante, I mean, he's had an absolute worldy recovery drive. He got the 10 seconds. He finds himself now in P4, and he's going to be all over the back of Kalki in P3 with the safety car restart. So he's another huge beneficiary from that one. But yeah, everyone's doing the 2-stop, other than the people on the softs who have bolted on going for the 3-stop. So we didn't see any 1-stops in the end. Whether that safety car came out or not, I'm not sure whether we would have seen the 1-stop. I think Wigged tried it, but got a few accidents, so he's pitted a few times. But yeah, majority of the pens are at the back. It's just Fat Cat, the Aston, who's going to really be disadvantaged by this. But yeah, everyone's going to be able to recharge the pack, and guys on the fresh compounder tyre are going to be able to get their tyres in the window a hell of a lot easier than the likes of Ryan and Jono and Kalki down to Dante as well. So it's going to be interesting restart as Flubber's just got another 10-second. He's not had a good night, has he? He dropped to the back relatively early on, and I didn't catch why, but he's got a few pens now, and he's got 13 seconds worth of penalties, so that's his night probably done. So Wigged Moise, he's just got another 10 for ignoring yellows. He's got to be careful he doesn't get disqualified here. That's I'll hand back over to you, SJ.
All good. We've got we're going to do drive of the day, and I want to know your thoughts of drive of the day. So yeah, who are you going to give it to?
I'm going to go a little bit different here. I think the cliche answer would be Ryan Grubb, and I wouldn't blame you for picking him, but I'll go Aiden. I mean, he started outside the top 10. I've loved the moves he's been making. He's been aggressive but fair. He's been working his way up the field, and yeah, I've been a fan of his work tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ryan. On a debut, man. Yeah. The guy has been absolutely fantastic, so I'm going to give it to him. So there you go. Drive of the day is out, and I just want to make sure that you do your vote. So I've clicked mine. Have you clicked yours?
Yeah.
In the vote? In
the
Twitch stream, my friend.
There we go. Yes, yeah. So I've got a few different onboards that I'm alternating between here. But yeah, so I will jump into that channel now. Awesome. But yeah, this safety car, I'd say it will be coming in next lap. We've got a few stragglers at the back that are catching up. But yeah, no, it's up until that safety car, it was very interesting, and no safety cars up until this point, but there was a lot of action and battling at the front, the middle, and the back, I think it's fair to say, and it's been pretty captivating thus far, and it's going to be an exciting ending. Just obviously, yeah, not the way we want to go about things, but we can't control what's done now, and all we got to do is just watch and enjoy what's to come.
Yeah. Oh, disappointing. When those things happen, but we live, we learn, we move on. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens now. Cambell in a very, very good position, and has not had it easy tonight. You know, he's on the mediums, and everyone else is on the hards, and yeah, this could be a very interesting race because yeah, we know he's got pace. We do know he's got pace, and he can go from where he was to winning this race, which is going to be very interesting, which I will get on board here. 9 laps on Ryan Grubb at the front is in P1, Jono in that P2, Madeleine Klein, known as Kalki, in P3, and Dante in P4. Can they hold up Cambell Adams, who's on 5-lap mediums? But you've got Fat Cat on them softs, and they are going to be extremely quick on the last couple of laps of this race. We are going to have 3 laps of this race, so this is going to be very interesting. As Ryan Grubb has gone, but Jono has not been caught sleeping. He is right behind him. The question is if they can stay with everyone, as Cambell's already made a move there, already up into P4, and there you go, there's the drama, up into P4, now ready to pounce on Kalki, round the outside, up into P3. Thank you very much. I will steal your lunch money, and I'm going to take your win as well. Is he done that? As Cambell gets E10 for ignoring yellow flags. Big opportunity here for these skill points, but this is really unfortunate here. And this race looks like it's going to end up very interesting, of how you would have never thought from the start of this race, Rift, of how it would have ended compared to now with Cambell Adams where he is now.
It's 100% true, and Jamie, he's had a perfect restart here. He got past the other soft runner of Fat Cat, and now he's going for the move on Dante around the outside. Thinks better, tucks back behind. We got so much going on. I've got to go back to the front with Jono now because he's only 2.5 tenths off of the race leader Grob. He hasn't put a foot wrong, but the poor fella might lose out here as here comes Jono and Cambell Adams on those 6-lap old mediums. Here we go into turn 1. He's going to hold the racing line there. Will Grob. That's a good defensive move. Didn't give him any real good opportunity. Jono didn't get the best exit, and now he's got Cambell Adams all over him. Got to burn all that battery. I think he will be alright to hold on here, as Brandon's got another penalty. And there is Cambell Adams thinking better of it. Jamie, he is trying his best to pull away from Dante, but he's struggling a little bit. He's in the DRS of Kalkian ahead. Fat Cat on those softs. He would have liked to have seen a bit more forward progression from him, considering the tyre he's on, but he's dropped back a few places, as has Aiden. Look at Chandler's just got a penalty now, and he's dropped to P12, considering last time he went for the gamble on the softs. That isn't going to pay off for him this time, as now Jono's lost the place to Cambell Adams around the outside, and he's going to get the job done on the medium compound tyre. Will that catch out these hard runners? 7 laps compared to 11 with Ryan Grob ahead. Not much battery to play with. Jono's got heaps to play with, and Ryan Grobby's at 50%. That is good management by him. As here we go into turn 1. These 3, look at them, little lock up there, pretty tight line. They're all well behaved on the exit. 60% for Ryan Grob and the Mercedes. He hasn't put a foot wrong, as now Cambell Adams with the slipstream 3% battery. He's got nothing to play with. Jono behind, showing the nose, but thinks better of it, tucks back behind. As we look further down, Dante's got Aiden behind. I think he is coming under pressure from him. Last time I checked, Aiden was in 8th. Wigan Moist has got another 3 seconds, and hasn't been a great day for him. I think he's a lap down as well, so not what he would have wanted. But wow, what an absolute crack we got at the front. Only a 10th. Oh, look at Cambell. Getting a bit twitchy there. He's pushing Ryan Grob through. I'll hand over to you, SJ, to take us into the final lap.
Yeah, it's been absolute drama here. It's been a fantastic race, but unfortunate events did happen. Brought out the safety car. Cambell Adams is right there. Jono is right there. Are the mediums going to go off before the end of this race? I don't know. It's looking very interesting here. Ryan Grob has got this win and the balance, but can he do it? Cambell Adams, is he going to make the move going to turn 1? He goes to the left-hand side. Ryan Grob is going to go around to the right. They're going to go side by side. Ryan just needs to stay with Cambell. That's the big thing now, because if he stays with him, he can get him. He's got one more last chance. He's got only DRS now, 27%. Ryan's going to come back at him again. Cambell is saving all of his battery. He's on nothing. Ryan Grob goes around the outside. Jono is there, waiting for a mistake. It is all going on. Cambell back out in front. Ryan
he's in the grass.
Wheels to wheels. They're smashing wheels. Ryan goes round the outside. Tries to get round the outside. Cambell still stays there. Jono is staying in there, just watching on what's happening here. Ryan then goes round the outside. Cambell is in the lead at the moment. 2.5 tenths. They've both got the same battery. It's going to be in the DRS battle here. Can Ryan hold on and get Cambell to the line? It's 5 tenths. It's nearly 6 tenths. Cambell is burning everything he can to try and pull away. He's got a lot more battery. Is he going to be able to do it? Here comes Ryan, 32%, low on fuel. He's had a bit of a tank slapper there. I don't know if he's going to do it. He's going to have to burn everything. It's DRS. He's stopped it. Oh no, Cambell Adams takes the win. And Ryan just misses out with Jono in P3, Kalki in P4. Oh, what a race that was. So unfortunate.
Wow.
And it's going to be a very interesting interview when we talk to these guys as well. Oh.
Wowee. Oh, Ryan, that's highway theft. That win was his all over. It was his race to lose, and that safety car's ruined him. He didn't put a foot wrong. That was some great battling on that last lap. That was unbelievable. Just on the edge of your seat, heart in your mouth, just side by side through the entire first sector. It was unbelievable to watch. But yeah, you got to feel for him. He didn't do anything wrong, Ryan, and he's been the big loser out of all of that, unfortunately for him. But I don't think he's lost any favourites or any followers. He drove a fantastic race, but shout out to Cambell. I mean, he picked picked up the pieces where it was there to be won, and yeah, on the mediums at the end was the right call.
Yeah, definitely. It was very, very close, and we're going to get these guys in for a quick chat as well. And yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Shame about the scenes at the end there, but what great racing to the finale as well. And yeah, end of the day, Jono got the job done on Fat Cat. So he'll be over the moon with that. And yeah, we're going to go cleanest driver. Unfortunately, the cleanest driver was JF7. So congratulations. I'll put that in the chat now. Cleanest driver JF7. So there we go. But yeah, really unfortunate. They are your position changes there and position phases. Cambell Adams taking the win. Ryan Grob in P2. John in P3 all the way down. We had one retirement, which is Toyin Coyne, who caused the safety car after that. Yeah, not very pleasant driving at the end there, so that's really unfortunate. We do have the guys in for a chat, which we'll bring them in a second. But first of all, before we do that, as they are just about, yeah, they have just jumped in. Give me a bit of a summary of that race tonight.
Wow, it was just battles everywhere. Whether it was at the front, the mid pack, or the back, it was a bit of argy-bargy, a bit of scrapping, a bit of bravery and commitment, and all of these moves, they're just fully committed and within the rules as well. I thought there weren't any how you're going overtakes that I saw. Are all pretty fair and pretty clean, which is what you love to see, just on the limit, but also clean and fair. So it was a great spectacle to watch. Personally, I found it was good fun, and yeah, it was just, you didn't know what was going to happen to the very end.
Awesome. Well, it was great to have you on board, and yeah, let's go over board with some interviews, see what these guys have got to say. First up, we'll go over to Jono. Jono, good evening. Congratulations on the P3.
Hello.
You got the job done on Fat Cat. You'll be happy about that, obviously, with the championship standings looking at the moment. But yeah, we'll talk about the last lap, because obviously that was sensational. But all in all, qualifying in the race, how did you think it went for yourself?
I think it went as good as it could go, to be honest. I wouldn't say I nailed my quali lap, but it felt really good, and I was happy to be up into P3, so very good. And the race pace was pretty good as well, just kind of saving tires at the same time, just to make sure they can go till when I want to pit. So overall, pretty good.
Awesome. And yeah, let's talk about the last lap, man. What a view you must have had seeing Cambell and Ryan go at it.
Oh yeah, I was hoping they would take each other around and I could take the win, you know. That would have been nice. But no, it was very good. Very good to see.
Obviously next week, heading over to Silverstone. How you feeling? Are you feeling a little bit pressure now? Obviously Fat Cat was close to you tonight. It was quite a nice little battle to see, but Cambell Adams is now pulling himself up through the ranks. And probably you could say tonight was obviously a bit of luck. I don't think Cambell would have been into the top 5 in the end there, unfortunately, but due to some unfortunate events that happened, that was the safety car. So how do you feel?
Yeah, you know, you can't really do much about that, but yeah. Hopefully I should be good. Silverstone isn't my best track, still, sadly, so just gotta practice and then try to see what I can do.
Awesome. I will pass you over to Rift.
Hey, Jono, I thought for the most part you had a really good weekend. I mean, qualifying was just a fraction off getting that front row, and pole was really close as well. And then I thought you didn't put a foot wrong. I was really impressed with your drive, and I just wanted to know what was going through your mind towards the end there, especially with everybody on offsetting tyre strategies, and when the safety car came out, what was going through your head? And did pit stopping ever cross your mind for fresh rubber, because you were on the hards, I believe?
Yeah, I didn't have fresh rubber. That was the problem. So I just stayed out because the softs I knew were gonna just die instantly. There wasn't a point in pitting, so just stayed out because the hards were only 20% by then, and yeah, they felt pretty good still. So it was just a little sprint race at the end there.
Yeah, it was good to watch, and overall, I think you should be very happy with the result. One point there, you were actually reeling in Ryan Grob. What was your thoughts after that second stop because you'd come out in the traffic? Did you think you still a shot, or what was your thoughts when you were reeling him in there?
I don't know if I would have actually caught up within DRS. I probably could have chipped away a little bit more, but getting into DRS probably not. So it was probably already won by Ryan.
Yep, no worries. Oh, congratulations. It was a great drive, and good luck for next week for Silverstone.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, great job, Jono. Great job. All right, I'm going to head over to Ryan Grob. Ryan, what a race, mate. You didn't really put a foot wrong. It was great to have you on the track. I hope you enjoyed it. Qualifying was fantastic. There's been a bit of drama in qualifying with a few of the guys a little bit behind you. Not much between, obviously, yourself and Cambell Adams, but like I said the same thing to John. Unfortunate events caused that safety car, which lost you the win, unfortunately, tonight. I think you had that in the bag. But how did you find the race, all in all?
I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, quali, I only noticed in the session that it was parc ferme and my quali and race setup were quite different. So I made a mix of something, which actually felt pretty bad in the race. But then, of course, Campbell had his spin, which, like the first 5 laps, I had to push quite a bit to gap. But then once I had the gap, I could just keep extending. And then I undercut on lap 7 and gained like 7 second, or did a 7-second undercut in 4 laps. So then like Johnny and Fat Cat started chipping away again, but I mean it's 4 lap pressure tires. So then I would have I undercut again, and then they pit 1 lap later and still lost 2 seconds again. So would have probably had it in the back, but I have to say it's pretty lucky that I didn't really have to fight much because the lag was pretty bad from EU. Like every time I pit, I came out behind a few guys or lapped cars as well, and they even tried to let me go, but they're like just TPing across the track, so it was quite risky. Like I nearly got wing damage twice. And then I mean safety car can happen. I mean I knew I'd probably have it in the bag, but then safety cars that could have maybe gone soft, but I mean in the end I don't think it was necessarily wrong to stay on the hard. Campo was really lucky because I know if he would have been like in quali from the start, he would have gone harder for the 2-stop. But since he only joined mid quali, he got 2 mediums, and so like it was pretty fortunate to get such a late safety car and have more or less fresh mediums. But I mean, it was close at the end. I expected him to have more battery down to turn 4. It is. So I actually got alongside, but then I think it was like 40% hards at the end. Just had no more grip, so unlucky. But I mean, yeah, it was a fun race.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, unfortunately, that is the problem sometimes connection. But you didn't get involved in any incidents, and yeah, probably I'll let Riff talk to you before we go. But yeah, probably feel like you robbed from that win, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, and it would have been good for your debut. But phenomenal drive, mate, and hopefully we see you again because that was incredible. And nice little last lap you gave us as well. A nice little show there, a bit of wheel banging with Cambell Adams, and really going for it as well. So that was exciting to see, and yeah, good that you didn't just let him past you, fight him for the position. So yeah, well done on that, mate, and yeah, congratulations on the P2. And I'll pass you over to Rift.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Ryan. Yeah, very unlucky in the end with the safety car. We were making a comment of it, and it's quite unlucky. And it was your race to lose up until that point. You didn't put a foot wrong in qualifying and the race, and were driving really well. And just yeah, I just wanted to know what was going on in your head on that restart because it looks like you got a pretty decent race start. Jono, he wasn't caught napping, but you maintained the lead, and then you see Cambell on the soft compound behind. What was going through your mind with only a few laps left?
Well, at the start, it was just trying to keep the lead for turn 1, which worked. I mean, you can try the outside, but realistically, it's never going to work that you have enough space on the inside of turn 2. And then I was just trying to settle into rhythm, but then Campbell spun, so I actually had to like fully push and try and keep get them out of my DRS. Otherwise, I would have probably just sat back and relaxed a bit on the mediums because like as soon as you start pushing the mediums, the rears overheat, and then you just make errors left and right. And then the next 25 laps was just being consistent, not making any mistakes. Especially the out laps were crucial, or like that's the laps where I think I caught Campbell twice before like the last pit stop, and like it's like 2.5 second or 3 second pace difference per lap. So if you catch Bem at the wrong moment, you just have to send it. So I think like the fast uphill right hand drive went around the outside there twice, which is risky because if the car on the inside like uses the curb too much, goes a bit wide, I'm dead. But kind of have to because otherwise you just lose so much time. And then in the end, Campo I think was on the mediums, not the softs, if I remember. But then I thought, yeah, I mean he can go for the inside of turn 1, but then he was ahead at turn 2, so I thought there was no chance I catch him. But then like I think even before we enabled before I enabled DRS, he was flashing, so I knew he had no battery, and I was like on 40%. So I was gaining so quickly, I thought I maybe can get him, but he just had way more grip under braking and at the apex of turn 4. So yeah, I think we had some wheel banging up the hill then as well with the lag. But I mean, all in all, it was pretty much his race then in the end. So it was 5 laps of stress at the start, then like 25 laps of chilling, and then another 5 laps at the end.
Well, congratulations. It's good to have you in the league, and hopefully we see you again because you did provide us with some pretty exciting racing at the start and the end there, especially on that last lap. It was great to watch. So congratulations. Hopefully we see you on the top step sometime soon, and yeah, hopefully we see you again. Thanks for putting on a good show for us.
Thanks for doing comms, and GG's to Campbell and Johnny.
Awesome. All right, we'll pass you over to Campbell Adams. Campbell, that was a very interesting race for you, mate. Obviously, you came in late, which is saving grace with obviously the communicating online services. And quali, something happened in quali which we were trying to work out. You lost a bit of front wing damage. Can you give us a bit of a? Can you elaborate on what happened?
Yeah, I was on my final run. I was probably about, I think, if I remember correctly, about 3.5 tenths up on my previous best. So I was on for a decent lap. And then, yeah, Squash Josh was just preparing for his final run, I guess, and was weaving down the last straight and just couldn't predict where he was going. And we just made contact going down the final straight. And yeah, obviously, basically came to a stop. So yeah, my lap was over. And then, yeah, I was missing half my front wing. So that's kind of what happened.
Bit of drama. And then we'll talk about the race. Did you ever move a spin or did you make contact?
Well, I definitely spun. I definitely didn't touch anyone, but I'm not quite sure what happened. I think I had like a stuck throttle during that corner because it's just spun very strange and very quickly in a weird way. So yeah, I don't really know what happened. I hope it's not a throttle issue, and I hope it was just me. But yeah, it was just a bit weird.
Okay, and you obviously had a nice little battle with the Alpines. No, people didn't make it easy for you tonight, did they, on that race? You had to spin, you had to then make your way through the pack. The Alpines were battling you, and then the praise of the gods, someone decided to do something silly, which you don't want to see in sim racing, and then a safety car came out and you were on the better tyres, and that handed you the win. But you didn't have it easy tonight. Ryan gave it to you. The Alpines gave it to you. But all in all, how do you feel that your race went?
Oh, it was honestly so horrible to drive. Room was hot as well, so I was sweating really badly. But yeah, the Alpines were being probably a little bit too much. Just in case, in terms of race IQ, they were defending like it was for the win. Don't really know why. I mean, I was catching so quickly, had such better tires at that stage, so it just would have been smarter to work together. But oh well. And then yeah, Ryan. Yeah, it was a good battle with Ryan. Obviously, it was a bit laggy, but that happens. It's all right. It's raceable, so it's fine. But yeah, no, it was good. Good last few laps with Jono and Ryan.
Yeah. Well, obviously you're going to make your way up through the standings and start pushing on the back of Jono and Fat Cat. Now, are you feeling the next track, Silverstone, is a fan favourite of yours? Yeah, I know you have said that you may not be able to make some of the races now to the end of the season, but yeah, how do you feel going into Silverstone next week?
Yeah, I won't be here for Silverstone, unfortunately. But if I was, I'd be hoping for another cooking strat from Oblivion because he carried today. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Whatever's after Silverstone. I'm not really sure what's next. I don't really know how the championship's looking as well. So we'll see what happens in the end.
Okay, well, fantastic drive as always. And you could probably say the luck of the draw tonight, Campbell, on the safety car, because
Yeah, for sure.
definitely was an interesting one for tonight. And yeah, I'll pass you over to Rift.
Thanks, Campbell. It was a very exciting race to watch. I wanted to ask you, obviously we all know you had the spin. You then get the 10-second stop go. It was looking pretty dark for a big portion of that race. I just wanted to know, to go from the spin to drop to last, to get that 10-second and you served it in your pit stop, what was the thought process early on in that race? Because I can imagine you have an accident early on, you get a penalty, you feel like your race is ruined. What was the mindset? And then as the race went on, when did you kind of start to feel that things were turning, you might get a big result?
Well, yeah, obviously the spin wasn't ideal, but I don't think I got a 10-second, did I? From my memory, I think it was my teammate who did.
That was
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't get a 10-sec, but yeah, obviously the spin was a massive setback. Everyone was, I think I dropped like 6 or 7 seconds to the back of the field, so I was a long way off. So yeah, I knew the win wasn't on if obviously safety car hadn't happened, which it did, luckily. But I was just hoping for damage limitation. I think top 5, top 4 was on, but anything more would have been a stretch. But yeah, as soon as the spin happened, I was kind of just praying for the safety car, and that's what happened.
Yeah, nice. And then making that call to switch to the mediums. I heard you mention Oblivion there with help with the strategy. Do you think that was the winning factor in the end, being on that softer compound and a little bit more tire life?
Oh, it definitely helped a lot. I didn't really have a choice, obviously, because I joined mid-session, so I only had the new set of mediums. I did have a new set of softs, but Oblivion told me to stay out, which was the right call. I still had a massive grip advantage with the new set of mediums over the older hards, so definitely right call. Stay out.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. That's an insane race from your end, going from second to last and then back to first. So it was entertaining to watch, and congrats, and hopefully we'll see you sometime soon, if not at Silverstone.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate. Take care. All right, Rift, thank you very much for jumping in and commentating a very drama-filled race. I'm sure the biggest highlight will be the cause of the safety car, but we mustn't take away that whole race in general because it had some fantastic racing, some great battles. And it's always good to see the top guns, fall down a little bit and then try and get themselves back up. So that's always good to see. But yeah, Rift, thank you very much once again. And yeah, anything from you before we wrap it up?
I'll just thank you. Absolute pleasure being here. It's always good fun, and yeah, the driving tonight was stellar. I love the moves we were seeing. There was just so much commitment and not afraid to have a little bit of argy-bargy, but they kept it first. So it was great to watch. I appreciate you having me out again. It's always good fun jumping in the comms box with you, SJ. So keen for more going forward, and yeah, you'll see me out on track tomorrow night. So thanks for having me.
Yep, and it's been a pleasure, mate, and always welcome. I've got a long list of people for this division that like to jump in and, chew the fat, which is really good to see, and also jump involved and get involved in some serious Division 1 racing. But yeah, you are right, tomorrow night, there's 2 more races. Division 4, you'll be live with, not sure yet, there's about 4 commentators on that list, so we'll have to wait and see. One of them, actually, for Division 4, so I might have to remove you off that. But you will be live with myself and Crazy Good Food, so you know him as George. We'll be live tomorrow for Division 2. Division 4, I'm not sure who that's going to be at the moment, but we've got more action tomorrow night with more action here at Brazil. And we are going to have, let me just check very quickly. Short qualifiers in Division 2. Division 4 will be full quali. So that's going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors as always. Pagnian, AI369, SimLab, and also our affiliate this season is SRC. Feel free to get amongst it. Use the promotion in the chat as well. Get amongst the code. You get a bit of a discount on both of SRC setups for next week. If you need one for Silverstone, then feel free to jump on board. Or if you need anything else regarding any sim gear, then jump on board with Pagnian as well. Thank you very much. As always, Cambell was lucky tonight, but he won't be there at Silverstone. So will his luck run out for the rest of the season? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.